Tara, samahan niyo ako sa Rated DP, kung saan ang bawat kwentong privacy ay mahalaga. Rated DP with Josh. Welcome to Rated DP, kung saan ang bawat kwentong privacy ay mahalaga. Samahan niyo ako sa McDonald's main office para alamin ang kanilang best data privacy practices. Tara! Tara! Pasok tayo. Oh, seal of registration. Ganda ng template, no? Nice! Ganda. Tara, pasok po. Morning po. And here, Attorney Deng.
Hi,
DP Council representative for the retail sector.
Welcome,
Morning
welcome.
po, thank you for having us here.
Of course, welcome po, Attorney Josh. Pasok po tayo.
Sige po, starts today. Today.
Sabi ko kung papakita ko yung ano eh. Kasi usually when we do policies, hindi na kami nag-paper policies. Pina-flash din sa
Flash
TV.
na lang, opo.
Oo. I
Morning
have
po.
4 lawyers working with me. And also 2 paralegals. So, kasi yung setup namin as a department attorney, it's a business partnership setup.
Okay po.
Ang ibig sabihin nun, every lawyer and every person that I have working with me, meron silang inaalaga ang department.
Opo.
So for example, I have a lawyer specifically for marketing and channels, na alam mo maraming customer data na hinahandle, di ba? So, sa start pa lang ng every project that we do here in McDonald's, kasama na nila yung mga lawyers namin, tsaka part ng team namin.
Yes po. And ito po napapansin ko, meron yung privacy principles. Ano pong...
So, as a system, global system, we abide by what we call the McDonald's Data Ethics Principles. Ito yung mga hindi nababaling values ni McDonald's na everybody, so long as you're part of the system, kailangan you abide by. So, makikita mo dyan, transparency, fair value exchange, personal respect, and accountability. So, yun yung mga prinsipyo namin sa McDonald's when it comes to handling personal data.
Nice. Ganda.
Papakilala ka ito, attorney. Si Attorney Arthur is working with me.
Joshua po.
He is the business partner, legal business partner for HCG. So, Human Capital Group, our HR department. So, nabanggit ko sa'yo kanina, di ba? As a system, we are over 60,000 employees. And we're very mindful. We don't only protect customer data. We also protect employee data as well. So, si Arthur is our partner when it comes to handling employee data.
Kumusta naman, sir, ang pag-handle ng 60,000 personal data?
Challenging, but we have to get through it, no? As Attorney Deng mentioned, it's a global principle that we follow, not just McDonald's Philippines. So we really do work hard to make sure that all of our employee data are safe.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Si Raven is our paralegal. Later on, baka mapag-usapan natin, he handles the due diligence of all the McDonald's system. So more than the customer data, employee data, we also have lessors that we take care of. And si Raven in charge of finding stores for each and every McDonald's restaurant. So, yan. And si Glenn here is another one of our paralegal. He handles all corporate filings naman po ng ating each of our companies, especially GATC.
Okay po. So, kumusta naman po ang pagiging paralegal?
Okay naman. Maraming trabaho, pero ano naman, manageable naman.
Ito naman, attorney si BJ.
Hello, sir.
He is our senior corporate legal counsel.
Hello,
He also handles development.
Kumusta naman po ang paghanap ng site? Magkano po ba minimum? 2K, joke lang.
Marami kaming hinahanap na site every year. So since we're expanding at a very fast and rapid yung rate ng expansion. Regular every year, we add on to the more than 700 stores that we have with a view of reaching 1,000 in a few years. So, yun, very...
Malapit na.
Yes, malapit na. Hindi na lang.
Sige po, sir. Thank you po,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you very much. And po. So, Attorney Deng, pwede po ba nating balikan yung naging role nyo po bago kayo naging DPO ng McDonald's?
Medyo malayo, attorney, to be honest, yung aking background before ako inassign as DPO. I'm actually a tax lawyer. Before joining McDonald's in 2017, I was an external ni McDonald's. I knew the system. But then again, since I was practicing tax, medyo malayo yung practice ko. I was appointed as DPO sometime late 2022. Kala mo lang matagal na tayo kasi nagtatrabaho, di ba? Kala mo ang tagal. Pero that's just a little bit, 3 years.
3 years.
Oo, na naging DPO ako. And it's not by choice.
Opo.
Only because everybody else before me gave up.
Opo.
Ayaw na nila kasi mahirap yung trabaho.
Opo.
Di ba?
Na-mention ko rin po kanina na kayo yung current auditor ng DP Council, di ba? So, pwede niyo po ba kaming i-run through your role as an auditor and as the representative ng retail sector sa DP Council?
So, start muna ako dun sa mas nakasanayan ko, attorney. So, I've been the retail representative for 2 years already. So, as auditor ng Executive DP Council, alam mo, nangangapa pa ako dyan dahil bagong appointed ako. But as retail representative, it's a learning process. When I started out in the first year, syempre, hindi mo pa kilala yung mga tao. Diba? And as the years go by, mas nakilala mo na. Even my retail officers, sila Layson, ngayon si Ma'am Ara as the secretary. Mas nakilala ko sila and we play by each other's strengths. Mahirap, at the same time, very fulfilling. To get to know other representatives of the DPC kasi sobrang dami kong natutunan sa kanila also. Sa retail sector mismo, ang dami akong natutunan na problema na hindi ko na-encounter within the McDonald's system. And ang pinaka na-appreciate ko sa kanya is feeling ko mas tumalino ako, attorney.
Kasi maraming talagang, di ba, sharing ng best experiences within your sector. Kaya talagang mas na-enhance yung knowledge natin.
Absolutely. Sabi ko nga akala ko mahirap na yung role ko here in McDonald's supporting about 60,000 employees. Pero when you exponentially increase that to the retail sector, napakadami pala. Ako na yung HR, ako pa yung taga-solve ng sarili nilang problema. So it's very fulfilling in a way but also very challenging. As auditor ng Executive DP Council, I am in the learning process. Nandyan na yung support nila Ma'am Jella as president, at nandyan sila Attorney Deroy, and I'm learning a lot from them. At na-expose ako sa ibang industries naman na more than, ano yung nakasanayan ko as retail.
Yes. Ibida naman natin, Attorney Deng, yung mga certificate ninyo. So, si Attorney Deng ay DPOA's certified ng NPC way back in 2023. Kumusta naman po yung naging journey nyo dito bago po kayo naging certified DPO ng NPC?
It was mas mahirap pa yata sa bar, attorney. Ang DPOA's level at that time. Kasi parang bagong topic, di ba? You're not as familiar with it. At the same time, nakaka-pressure kasi nakita mo yung mga how passionate also yung mga ibang tao that took that exam. This is also a testament, attorney. Yabang ko na rin. Kasi more than the DPO's level, my company actually invested in me. I'm also certified by the CRC, the Center for Research ng UANP. They invested in me so that I'm also certified. At nag-top 1 ako doon.
Nice, congratulations.
Doon lang ako nag-top 1. Sa bar hindi. Medyo malayo. Pero doon nag-top 1 ako, attorney. So, yung naging experience ko sa DPOA's level 1, mahirap siya. But at the same time, it's exciting because it's something new. Diba?
Yes po.
Hindi ko na sasabihin kung kailan ako nag-bar kasi masyado nang matagal yung panahon na yun. But this is the first time that I actually picked a book again. Diba? Trying to get the scenarios out. Ano yung gagawin mo in particular scenarios. Kaya, exciting din. That's when I got it. Sobrang saya, syempre.
Oh, okay. Congratulations po.
Thank you, attorney.
Your certifications. And this award naman po, yung DPC Sector of the Year finalist, yung retail sector. So, pwede niyo po ba kaming bigyan ng konting kwento kung paano po kayo nanalo or one of the finalists ng Sector of the Year last year?
Yes. Mahirap in the sense na syempre, hiram na oras yung ginugoogle namin sa DP Council. But at the same time, part nung hirap na yun is gusto mong, you wanna do well. So it started out last year, nagkaroon talaga kami ng formal planning process with my DP officers, attorney. Start of the year until the end of the year, we already knew yung mga programa na gusto naming ibigay sa retail sector. Nandyan na yung pinagplanuhan namin how we're going to collaborate with one of the biggest retail associations here in the Philippines, sa PRA, and that they supported us also by giving us resources and time that allowed NPC. Si Attorney Dino gave a speech.
Yes,
and ang audience namin doon is not the DPOs, hindi sila yung naging target audience namin. Ang naging target audience namin is the presidents, management of the companies.
Heads of the organizations.
Yes, it was the heads of the organization that was our target there. We're really proud of that kasi sa 3 pirasong DP retail officers, diba, to collaborate with one of the biggest associations in the Philippines. That was a feat in itself.
Yes po.
Diba? Getting their buy-in and getting through that program. Sobrang hirap din kasi ibang klase din yung mga tanong ng mga heads ng president. Of course, very business yung perspective nila, di ba? So, it's a different experience. More than that, I think what the retail sector appreciated was the collaboration really. Kasi naging open yung communications namin. They were talagang direct line. They had a direct line to ask the officers any question that they wanted. And we were responding. So I think yun yung nag-contribute, Attorney Josh. So we're very grateful sa NPC for the recognition.
Yes po. Nabanggit niyo po kayo na mahirap, di ba? How was it na kayo yung DP Council representative for the retail sector and kayo rin yung DPO ng one of the biggest retail companies sa Philippines? Paano po yung relationship niyo with the top management? Paano nyo po napapa-approve yung mga projects nyo? Paano po kayo napapayagang lumabas ng company para sa mga DP Council projects natin?
Yeah. I think, I have that advantage of already building trust with my management. I have a direct relationship with our President and CEO, si Sir Kenneth Yang, and I report directly to our Managing Director, Ms. Margot Torres. And throughout the years, we have built that trust relationship. Now, when I say something, they will trust that it's really for the good, not only of the company, but because, most especially, customers that we're serving. Kasi sa akin, sa perspective ko, attorney, that's why I'm contributing time to the retail sector. A McDonald's customer will always be a customer of some other retail company. Diba? And if we take care of our customer, then syempre, we also build a trust with them as a company and also as a sector. Diba? So, paano ko sila nako-convince? Yun yung question mo, diba? Paano ko sila nako-convince at supportan ako? Because we have that personal relationship. We build trust that when I say something is valuable, they believe it. And they're very much willing to support.
Yeah po. So, speaking of building trust within the organization, how do you make sure na yung data privacy practices po ninyo ay aligned din po sa data privacy practices ng mga third-party companies na yun?
Yeah. As a global brand attorney, actually, we are bound not only by Philippine laws. We're bound by standards globally ni McDonald's. And very stringent our requirements in partnering even with third parties. Any third party that we partner with, kailangan approved ni McDonald's Global. So we have a very stringent vetting and accreditation process. Due diligence namin. So we're not partnering with any just any company. We partner only with reputable companies who's also able to do the standards that we have for ourselves. More than our vetting and due diligence process, contractually, they're bound with us. For example, as delivery systems namin, we are the data controllers. As the data controllers, contractually, they're bound to follow by the instructions. Very detailed our contracts with them because we also follow a global template.
Yes, po.
Data protection practices are indicated there. Nandun yung mga physical requirements, technological requirements, even organizational requirements. More than that, also, attorney, we have security audits, even with our subcontractors. There are also strict prohibitions. For example, they're not allowed to subcontract. Diba? If we partner with them, we're not allowed to subcontract without McDonald's approval. Because very important sa amin na this is our principles that we abide by. These are our practices. Dapat matranslate up to the last level until we're able to deliver to our customers. So, yun, meron din kaming mga, and I've also built relationships, for example, with my counterpart, DPOs, dun sa mga third-party providers namin. So, yun.
Sige po. Also, syempre, sa McDonald's, nagiging venue siya for mga birthday parties.
That's correct.
Ganyan. So, and mga meetings na rin, mga conferences. But, how do you secure yung mga personal data, lalo na yung mga batang nag-celebrate dito? Syempre, mga minors yan. So, they do not have any parang capacity to consent dun sa processing ng personal data nila. So, how do you protect their personal data?
Yes. So, kami sa McDonald's as a family brand attorney, we are very much aligned sa protecting the family, especially minor children. So, we treat them especially when we obtain or process personal information of children. So, if even bago nyo pa ilabas yung advisory on child-oriented transparency, if you look at our privacy policies, makikita mo doon, attorney, is how special we treat children's data, because we have a separate section for having those privacy policies are in place, especially for children. More than having that strict policies in place, we have mechanism to ensure that it's implemented. Here in McDonald's, I work not just with my office as data protection office. We have what we call a data governance team, which essentially covers the entire organization. So yung data governance team na yan, na-capture dyan even to the highest level from our boards onto the restaurant. So we have that mechanism to ensure that our policies are in place. And more than that also, we have trainings and communications. Kasi kahit gaano kaganda yung pagkakasulat ng libro, di ba, attorney, if it's not communicated well, then it's going to be a dead policy. So kami, we have many avenues to speak to each and every one of our employees. In McDonald's, we have what we call the three-legged stool. So we don't only just talk to our employees, we talk to our suppliers and service providers, and we also talk to our sub-franchisees as well. Because we have independent people who own and operate their respective restaurants. And the success of the McDonald's brand, insofar as anything we do, including data protection, we can only implement it well if the three parts of the three-legged stool are able to implement our policies well. So yun po yung mga practices namin, attorney.
Talagang maganda ang practices ng McDonald's. Especially, di ba marami rin po kayong projects na parang pumupunta pa kayo sa mga far-flung areas to give gifts, di ba?
So, that's correct.
Very efficient talaga yung policies ng McDonald's regarding data privacy.
Yes. Education and awareness is part of what we do in McDonald's. So, even sa chairman and founder namin, si Dr. George T. Yang, sabi niya, kahit anong mangyari, education is something that you cannot take away sa person. So, training and communications here in McDonald's, very much a focus, attorney.
Yes po. Sige po. And last question. What advice can you give sa lahat po ng mga retail organizations dyan, sa mga papasimula pa lang and sa mga malaking retail organizations regarding the best data privacy practices in the Philippines?
Advice to anyone starting, siguro I have four that I will impart. Unang-una na is persist. Napag-usapan natin kanina, di ba? It's a hard job. Mahirap yung trabaho and it's daunting sometimes. Lalo na pagka sobrang daming nilalabas na circular ni NPC. Kailangan natin mag-catch up, di ba? To stay relevant. But then, it's a hard job kasi it not only entails that you are able to write the policies themselves. It doesn't only entail that you are able to comply with the requirements ng NPC, but it also entails convincing people that this is something that's worth doing.
Yes.
So persisting is something that is very important. You have to invest in yourself. That's my number one, because you have to educate yourself constantly. Kasi otherwise, mapag-iiwanan ka.
Yes.
Especially with the technology that comes out, how we're implementing data protection policies also changes. Diba? Kalabas lang ng AI advisory, diba, attorney? And that how we're gonna implement data protection policies when AI becomes part of the work process, that's also going to change. So invest in yourself is very important. Invest in the relationships that you've built with other people, because this is not a one-woman job or a one-man job. You need a whole team to actually make this happen. And siguro last, attorney, persist again. Kasi as a DPO, you're going to be tested. Magkakaroon ka ng challenges and mahirap siyang gawin. You just have to believe in yourself and just do it and persist. So yun yung advice ko at siguro attorney for future and current DPOs.
Yeah. Bye po, Attorney Ding. Thank you so much for having us here this morning. Yeah. Sana ay maraming natutunan ng ating viewers sa best data privacy practices ng McDonald's.
Maraming salamat din, Attorney Josh, and to your entire team. Sobrang nag-enjoy ako. Marami rin ako natutunan sa'yo. Thank you po.
Thank you so much. Bye po, Attorney Ding.
Thank you, Attorney Josh. Ingat.
Ingat po.